we found this bike on Marketplace, and then Serge from Mad V8 also found it. So it kind of worked out something with him that we acquired it. We as in Sean and I. We want to get Sean a bike for ARMA, SOT3, and S700 Challenge. The bike was quite the basket case. It was kind of half apart. Well, not half apart. The tank and carbs and stuff were off of it. So I kind of went through the carbs. I checked the valve lash. It does have Web 101 cams. I did not open or take off the front cylinders to see more what was there. So we're kind of unsure what's in the engine. I did know of this bike. The guy claims it was 90 horsepower. Not sure how much, truth there is that, but we'll find out. So I guess I'll start with the fairings. These front fairings are actually off my original track race SV. They're from factory Bodyworks. It was only around for a year or two. Basically, these are based off of the 0607 Gixxer 600. And what they did is they filled in the air intakes. They made the whole thing a little more narrow. And so these lines work perfectly with the SV. In my opinion, these are probably the best fitting looking all around fairings that were ever made for an SV. They were super light, flexible. I crashed these things a ton. They've been repaired a bunch. You can see here, that was fully broken through. And it's actually the original Vortex fairing stay from my SV as well. They've all survived. I had sold them and found them back on Marketplace from a guy who parts out Gixxers. The tail's off one of my old SVs. I had to cut a bunch of it out to work on the first gen. And then it's just mounted on 3 posts, like on the other build. The aluminum rear subframe is actually tweaked a little bit. It's fine, no biggie. Sean won't notice. The bike came with these 01 GSXR 750 forks. I took them apart and revalved them. They had the stock valving in them, so now they're valved for the track. And they were paired with adjustable GMD triples. Kind of old school, fits the old school bike. Those are Zeta clip-ons. We have the Motion Pro Revolver throttle with a custom throttle cable for flat slide carburetors, and a Brembo 19mm master. Yes, that's an old XT GPX lap timer, and has a temperature sensor there. They have the elbowless clutch cable. I cleaned up the case covers here, the end of the kind cover on the lathe, safety wire them. Woodcraft rear sets, I did the same thing. I ripped apart the shock, revalved it. Vortex front rear sprockets and EK chain. That is a magnesium 5-spoke Marchesini wheel with a lightweight rotor, which you can get at twfracing.com. And then the front wheel is also magnesium. This is off of a Ducati, and to make this work you need rotor spacers in there behind the rotor to space them out. There's also wheel spacers that are required for it to work. They're not very big. You can see there's one right there, and there's one in there. Titanium pinch bolts, titanium caliber bolts, some titanium bits here and there. I do think in the future we're going to rip the engine apart to see what's in it too. Powder coat the frame, swing arm, subframe black, and get some maybe different forks to match the black frame. All depends how much Sean actually wants to ride the bike. If not, it'll be open for other people to ride. It is a full M4 system. The bike came with the Woodcraft rear sets. This side, I can see it's a little stubby rear brake on there. It's kind of what I had sitting here. The other one had a bolt as the rear brake pedal. That is a Spears clutch cover that I machined off his logo. The reason why you would put on like the Woodcraft or Spears or Ajax or whatever, you know, was available when everyone was racing these is because the stock plastic ones can warp and leak oil, and there's not much you can do about it to stop it leaking, to stop it from leaking. We have 41mm flat slides with K&N pod filters. Aluminum radiator off of eBay. That is the Motion Pro Overflow. So you can see it going out the spigot into the bottom. If it fills up, it's going to come out the top and come out up here on the fairing stay and shoot you in the face, so you know it's overheating. There is also a temperature gauge. Again, the TBF forward mount battery box with the Shirai LFX14 battery. I did mount the rectifier underneath and main solenoid right there as well. So the only thing back in the subframe is the CDI. The seat is mounted on 3 of these posts. The other 2 are mounted underneath the seat at the moment, but they would mount right there next to the CDI. And then the fairing has a little tab on each side that is just riveted to the frame.